Definitely, excuse me, definitely send happy birthday shout outs to Travis Hunter. Y'all go ahead and put it in the comments right now. Happy birthday, T Hun. Let everybody get up in here as we got a midday late night live for some people right now. Of course, we got news. Just got another commitment to Colorado as we now have of course, added another player to the Buffs. And this one now, I wouldn't say but he is a long snapper. So shouts out to him. We got a long snapper coming over. I'll give you guys all the info and everything in a second. Just wanted to make sure I go ahead and jump on now, though. So shout out to everybody who already got in the chat. Y'all put in the chat right now. Happy birthday to Travis Hunter. One time for your mind. Join the conversation. Let me know what you're thinking. Run them likes up. You know what I mean? Shout out to my boy Dave. So make sure y'all run them likes up one time. Let me know what you're thinking about, fake caring about out there, what's going on with you. But yeah, we did just get a commitment. Long snapper transfers from Arizona to Colorado with 2 years left. He is Cameron Hawkins, the long snapper. He'll be coming over to Colorado. I think we're pretty good at the long snapper position right now, though. Moving forward, and if I can add in the chat the link, if anybody wanted to come on, I'm gonna put it in the chat right now, just for anybody wanting to come join the show. Let's talk, join the conversation, and so on. But until then, let me see and make sure I got that straight too. Also had the running back that I talked about a lot on my Spaces, right? We talked about that on Spaces on Twitter that the running back Rashad Amos is now at Ole Miss. We had some people were kind of hot, kind of tight about that, but we told them before that even happened that he might have he kind of burned that bridge at that time because you can't do that with Coach Prime. That's not like he's not the type of coach you want to pull those type of jack moves with, so to speak. So, Neely came out and said it in an interview. I said it before the interview came out based off of what was, rumored about it, you know what I mean? And Neely came and echoed it exactly what it was, and then boom, the news comes out that the kid is now at Ole Miss, and that's just what it is. So, more power to him. But we are, as Pastor E. Dewey Smith came on and said, we are good. We are more than good. We're exceptionally well at the running back position based off of the two guys he's seen with his own eyes, and that's Michael Welch and Brandon Hood. So let me know what y'all think about our two freshman running backs, Brandon Hood and Michael Welch. Oh, now Big LT out there. Shirley Kimball, what's happening with you? Jermaine King, what's up, baby? Clint Moses, on now to you. Ann Carver, what's happening? Ms. Mel, Uptown, DC, oh now. Luthel, oh now. Warren, Shirley, once again, Linda Brooks, Ann Carver, we up in here, man. And everybody else who's checking in, peace to you guys. I appreciate you. But as Pastor said, man, we good. We more than good. As Coach Prime said, we good. You know, y'all gonna be surprised about Trent Hood also. Trent Hood is the middle linebacker who came over. I told y'all about it. First heard about it on Prime Parents. But he's the middle linebacker from Central High School in Alabama. Plays middle linebacker. Elijah, what's up, baby? Oh, nine. Played middle linebacker 5'10", just like Montrez Walker, who we signed. Middle linebacker, 5'10", 225. So we got two thumpers in that middle. You need those thumpers sometimes. Just like those bowling ball, fire hydrant running backs, you're going to need those thumpers to bring them down too. We're going to need those thumpers on goal line situations to stop the run. I think those two guys are there. So you got at the Mike linebacker, you're going to have Trent Hood. You're going to have, excuse me, you're going to have Levante Bentley. You're going to have Montrez Walker. And you're going to have Nikai Hill Green. And I think those are going to be your Mike linebackers. Um, at that weak side, you're going to have Jeremiah Brown. You're going to have Trevor Woods. Got to look and see if we got anybody else at the linebacker spot. I think it's a couple other guys I'm not naming, but those will be the ones right there. T. Hood, he could run the ball, but mainly he's going to come in as a linebacker. I think the picture of him running the ball was actually when he got an interception and ran the thing back. Chico, you get credit for that Trent Hood recruiting. I appreciate that. Put it out there then. Let everybody know. But it's all good. We don't really need the credit. You know what I'm saying? We know what it is. What it is, what it ain't, what it gonna be, what's up, what's up. Can you say it with me? Shout out to Trent Hood, man. When I found out though that he was playing Alabama football, right? And he was playing 7A Alabama football. I came from 6A Alabama football. There wasn't a 7A when I came out. It was 6A, and 6A was the highest you can go. And they ranked the A's 1A, 2A, 3A. They ranked those divisions by the number of students that are in the school, if I'm not mistaken. And so Alabama has recently went up to 7A football, and that's like the elite. And he won the defensive player of the year in 7A football. Now, there's some dogs in 7A football. And for him to win that, I knew he was a dog. So I just knew he was going to go somewhere on scholarship. When I found out that the kid was going to Auburn as preferred walk on and his cousins are coming to Colorado, I'm like, hold on. And then his cousins had already convinced or either talked to, and they got big Zach Owens to come to Colorado, and then R.J. Johnson from Arizona, from Arkansas, to come to Colorado. That's four guys that's all connected coming to Colorado, and then I found out there was a fifth one who was Defensive Player of the Year. Oh no, dog! Unless he's getting a bag or something, why isn't he coming with his family to Colorado and make this thing a family affair? You know what I'm saying? Come on, dog. Why wouldn't that happen? So I basically just asked that question. Hold on. So I decided to sit outside and do this one right here and talk to you guys. I got people passing by the loudest trucks and cars. Don't y'all hate those loud trucks and cars? If you have one of those loud trucks and cars, then more power to you. But I hate those loud trucks and cars. Anyways, uh, back to the regularly scheduled program. Maury said preachers, recruiting, you can call it what you want to call it. But hey, doing what we're supposed to do. You can't label somebody by their profession like that. You know what I'm saying? I want to ride quietly. Exactly. You want to ride? You can't sneak up on nobody on a loud old truck, man. You can't sneak up on nobody. Warren G up in here. What's happening? G's off the he's for she's. Talk to me. Can you hear me? Warren G's just joined the show. What's happening? G Dub.
Yeah, what? Hold on, Chico. I'm sorry, man. My headset fell out my ear. What's good with you? Can you hear me crispy? Am I crispy?
Yeah, you good?
Yeah, man. Thank you very much for allowing us to be on your panel, man.
For
I
sure.
wanna, I wanna say, Please like and share and subscribe to the channel. Help the channel to grow. Help the algorithm go up.
Absolutely.
And
Absolutely. I appreciate that. Y'all hear that, right? Make that move, baby.
and on the case of Amos leaving or decommitting, um, it is what it is. It's better to do it now than wait until we get a solid rotation going and that sort of thing. I like the Hood family. I like what they stand for. I love the parent interview. That was off the chain as always. So I'm looking forward to the Hood. It gives Welch a chance to maybe get some playing time, some quality playing time.
Absolutely. I appreciate those words, bro. And as for Michael Welch, yeah, that red shirt, talking about him red shirting, that's out the window now. We know he's a ready and willing grown man to join and help the Colorado Buffaloes. We got Big LTZ off the He's joining us also. What's up, Big LT?
What's going on with y'all brothers?
Got my
What's
bro up
up,
in here, man.
LT? Salute, brother.
What's going down, man? That well?
No, it's Warren.
That's
Warren,
Warren over
Warren.
here.
Okay, what's going down, Warren?
Oh man, it's all good in the Hood.
Yes,
For
sir. Good
sure.
to hear your voice, man.
Likewise, brother.
Yeah, but I said on my spaces earlier today that um, if we needed to lose someone at any, or if we needed to lose a position or a player at any position, running back, and based off of how the NFL have devalued the running back position, I think running back is for a reason. I think running back is that one position that we could replace, and any team could replace fairly quickly because of the what's needed from that position. You know what I'm saying? You saw that with Isaiah Hodge, how he came in and performed during the spring game. You see that in the NFL how they're giving them less money because they know that they can go find another running back as quick as they can rather than trying to find another position. So with him leaving, that's fine. That's Welch going to step up now. That's Hayden going to have a chance to step up. That's Brendan Hood's going to have a chance to show how good he is. You still got Charlie. You got another slot that we're going to bring in another running back at. And all those guys are young, and nobody has a lot of wear and tear on them, which means that we might go into the season with no one as the clear cut running back, rather than we're going to let y'all dog fight it out. You know,
And do you know prom them ain't no dummies, man. They always prepared, you know what I mean, for whatever, man. I'm pretty sure they got another running back in their back pocket somewhere in the portal waiting for their call.
I wouldn't be surprised if you
most
see
definitely.
Cam. I wouldn't be surprised if you see Cam McHale get some carries um, as a
Yeah, I think
scat
so
back.
too.
I
Yep,
wouldn't be
yep,
surprised
Draymond.
if you see that. You know, because the way I look at it is, I think the running back is going to be done by committee.
Right.
That's the way I look at it. That's They got time to develop. They got some eligibility. It ain't like they one and done type of deal. So I see that they gonna use them as a committee type of thing. I guess it depends on how they perform, but right now I like what I see out of uh, Welch. Is it Welch? Did I pronounce that name right?
Yeah,
Uh
Michael
huh.
Welch. Michael Welch is the dog.
Yeah, yeah. I like
Right.
what I see from him. So, and I like what I heard about. Is it Brenton Hood? I mean, anytime you could go in with a broken arm and still make critical plays, uh, my hat's off to you.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's the story they shared on the Prime Parents, and they also praised Michael Welch too, how good he was ever since he got
Yep,
here, and
yep.
that speaks something about him too. And we were all wondering like how are we going to work him in because we knew that he had to get some type of carries or something based off what he did this spring. And with Dylan leaving and then McCaskill and Savion all leaving, that just opens up an opportunity for him. And shoot, I think he and the whole group running back by committee, unless somebody really, really stands out in fall camp, I think that running back by committee is going to be a blessing in disguise for us because those guys are going to feel like they need to play harder. And I think the coach is going to go with the hot hand every time.
Right.
And he ain't Welch ain't shied away from being vocal about what he who he is and what he is, as
Right.
well as putting that work. He demonstrated on all levels that look, I'm here, and I'm not here just to,
Right.
I'm here to compete. I mean, anytime you got a freshman coming in and want to take over the huddle and and speak up and stand up and say, yeah, I'll do this. I'll call us out, or whatever they was doing in the huddle.
And
They,
I was really expecting, I was really wanting for them to redshirt Michael Welch. You know what I'm saying? I'd rather,
That's what I was
yeah,
thinking too.
get him his couple of games throughout the season. But I was really looking forward to them redshirting him just so his body can develop more and be ready going into next year. And he'll be the most likely him and Hayden would have been running back, 1 and 2. A good 1-2 punch, man. And but since Amos is gone, he might have no choice but to force him up there to force him in playing, give him playing time. You know what I mean? And not redshirt him, man, because I would really like to see his body develop more and get prepared for them
Man,
grown men that's gonna be
honestly,
trying to hit him.
LT, honestly, LT, that's what I think he has. Like, that's his hugest advantage is his body.
Yeah,
I think the man is like perfectly built for a freshman running back. Like if you wanted to have a freshman running back, unless he's Adrian Peterson, you want him built like a Welch because he's he's so low to the ground, so compact. It's
he
gonna
is.
like you'll rarely see him probably even get hurt. Watch.
But I still think that, to me, when I look at him, you know what I'm saying? I still think that's a lot of baby fat. I think he's still gonna. I still think there's more to that. You know what I mean? I still think he got a lot to develop that body. And if he this summer and going into next spring, I think he's gonna look like a totally different running back going into next year. I still think that's a lot of baby weight that he's gonna lose as he get older and get in that weight room. You know what I mean?
Mm.
and he been in the weight room. He been
Yeah, he been putting in that
yeah,
work. He been putting in
yeah.
that work. He definitely been putting in that work.
And
That's
don't be
for sure.
surprised if you see Charlie in there every now and
Oh
then.
no,
Don't
for
be
sure.
surprised.
I wouldn't be surprised.
But me personally, I would rather for them to have at least two veteran running backs. You know what I'm saying, in the backfield and in the running back room, man. At least I need a running back that's at least 21, 22 years old, a man. You know what I'm saying?
I think that's
That
coming.
you know what I'm saying, that knows, you know what I'm saying, exactly what holes to hit, is experience, know what block to pick up. Because who's the best blocking back in our running back room? They all is really green at blocking, and not we don't really have no good running black. I mean, I said black blocking running back. And Hayden's
Yeah.
not a blocking running back. He's give me the ball and go. Welch,
Well,
he's too young. He don't really know how to pick up all them things. And Charlie too small. You know what I mean? Both of the other guys are too. They just too green in the backfield when it
I
comes to
agree.
protecting Shador as a running back.
I agree. I
I
agree.
wouldn't say too small for Charlie. I think because I've seen smaller running backs who can pass protect, but it's just me pushing back on you, LT.
Yeah.
But I think sure, I think if you use those guys in ways to where it just to their strengths, and when you need a blocking back, sure, even if you have to put a tight end back there. But like you said, I think at the end of the day, we're going to bring in a veteran back who can, if not, do nothing else, can step up in that hole and be that pass protector, and possibly slip out for some screens.
Nah,
But
for real.
I wanted to talk about the tight ends too because I saw um, someone post saying that we needed a receiving tight end to change the subject a little bit. But
Now, on the
I
tight end, Chico, I don't. I'm not. I'm not in that particular to you know what I'm saying, too worried about tight end. I mean, we did really halfway decent with a walk on last year who wasn't really a tight end. So I don't think that the tight end that they bring in don't have to be special. He just need to block, and he can still probably get up to 300 to 500 yards and maybe 6 7 touchdowns.
Exactly. And I think in this offense, you're going to use the tight end more like an H back, fullback, because you're going to want him. I mean, in the run game, you'll use him like that because you can use the tight end at the end of the line, off the line, and then run the ISO with him being the lead blocker coming underneath. How do I know? Because I did that. I actually did that because the fullback has really phased out, and they're using that tight end to be that hybrid. That's where that H back come in at, hybrid back, tight end, fullback, even slot receiver sometimes. But in this offense, I think you're only going to have that tight end being that big blocker on the end of the line and leading up as a ISO blocker on those runs from the shotgun position, which we didn't do a lot of last year. So this year we can use that tight end to go underneath the tackle in the guard and lead up on that middle linebacker and have the running back follow him in the hole. That's what I think the type of tight ends we're bringing in. That's what Sam Hardy is. That's what the big walk-on is. That's what Savell Smalls can be. And like you said, from the collective tight end position, I think we can get 6, 7, 8 touchdowns. Whether it's red zone, play action, dump offs, or whatever, we can get some production from that. But I don't think it's going to be. I don't think they're going to be as productive in the pass game as Mikey was, nor will we ask them to be, because we got plenty of receivers who we would rather have out there running routes and throwing the pass to, rather than a big tight end.
And they brought that one guy in from over from UNLV. I think he's gonna be halfway decent too, man. Especially, I think he's gonna be more of a receiving tight end than a blocking tight end.
Yeah, he's a walk on too. He'll have a chance to play, but I think he's a bigger body who can do both. I think.
Yeah, facts. And he coming back home, and so he might be a little bit more comfortable and show out a little bit more.
Right, right, exactly. So
Yeah,
I'll see.
I'm not too concerned about um that you I would say that LT, you right about the deficiencies that we may encounter because of the youth and the tight end position, but I think we overcompensate for that with our line, the quarterback, and our wide receivers will, cover any of that deficiency up. That's my opinion on it.
I feel you. That's what's up. Let me see here. Look at these comments. Dog said plethora of receivers. DF Dub, happy birthday, Travis. Um, Shit, what else we got going on in the news, man? I really wanted to go to my computer and bring up some of those pictures and stuff, but I'm on my phone right now. I just wanted to check in and do it like this. Let me see what this is the news that we went over last week with Buffum updates. This was Buff's transfer cornerback Ivan Yates ready to play on big stage. Yeah, what y'all think about Yates coming over from what is it, Furman? 6 foot cornerback, 190 pounds, 185, 90 pounds. He started at that left cornerback spot. If you're looking at the defense, physical cornerback, got some speed. I think he's gonna get some playing time
Yeah, I think
with
he
the
is
Bucks.
too. I think he will too. I think he's gonna be coming in there, and they better put their seatbelt on because he coming to take somebody's spot. And
I'm
like you said,
I'm
he got plenty of experience. He got the size. Texas boy, of course. You know what I'm talking
Mm-hmm.
about? And you know, I'm just happy. That he just it'll be another great death piece, and to see the battles that's gonna be. I can't wait until this summer and the one on ones between the wide receivers and these DBs.
Man, speaking of that, guys. Well, I'll say this. I like Yates a lot. Yates, Hodge,
hello.
DJ McKinney, Travis Hunter, a couple other guys I might be forgetting,
I'm
but
going in
we
and
we
out,
looking
Chico.
good. Can you hear me?
Nah,
Testing,
you good,
testing, one, two.
Chico?
Okay, so I thought I said one.
You was going in and out, so I missed a lot of it. I
Nah,
know
it
you.
probably was on your side, Warren. He good over here.
Okay. Well,
Oh, okay. It might be me then.
I'm gonna ask this then. After seeing that footage that Welloff posted with Shador taking the guys to Coach Prime's ranch, which was some awesome footage, man. How did y'all feel about seeing that? What y'all think about that receiving core?
Oh, my bad. I didn't got the clip. Posted pause. My bad, Chico. I didn't post pause. I got the clippers going. Muted. I supposed to muted it out.
What y'all think about that receiving core
Well,
Go ahead. Go ahead, Warren. Go
with
ahead, Warren.
Shador having all that talent down
okay.
there?
Well, I think the thing that I got out of it the most is that I saw Cordell actually bonding with them with the receivers that was there already, and they was taking a liking to him, and it was love. I saw a lot of love, respect for one another, and um, there was no little me or big eyes. It was just they was on one accord, and then you know how Shador is. He wants to, and um, Prime admitted to this to a default that Shador like to get everybody involved.
Right, and you know what, and we might have witnessed a a great friendship that might be being put together between Cordell and O. You know what I mean? Because usually that's how a great friendship usually start is between two rivals. They look because to me it looked like Cordell and O was at each other's neck as far in a friendly, competitive way. You know what I mean? And
Cordell and
nothing,
who?
huh?
Him and who?
Him and O,
Oh, Marion.
yes sir. And
Why would they have a competition?
a friendly
It was
just like
about basketball.
competitive nature, not necessarily a
Yeah,
competition, but just the competitive nature. Both of them being big body receivers, same year, same ratings coming out, and
Oh,
and they
nah. I
was
think,
talking
man. I
they was
think,
talking about basketball and that sort
yeah,
of
the
thing. So
basketball,
yeah,
all
yeah,
the
it's
yeah.
a
with the
playful way. You know
conversations
how
that
we
they
get
was having,
together.
you can tell, what I'm saying, when they lock eyes like, okay, yeah, we compete because them two young guys, those are the two of the young big guys that potentially could be 1 and 2 wide receiver, 1 and 2.
Right. So I think there would be more of being in the receiver room. I think, yeah, it could be that competition, knowing that you might play the same position, or they can also bond together and know that, hey, man, we're gonna be here for a couple years. Me and you could be ones take over type deal.
Oh
So
Right.
yeah, I think
it
I
just
think it's a bit of both.
you're
Yeah,
right,
but
right.
you know how we get together as boys. We talk trash to one another, that sort of thing. And that's what it was. It was that friendly talking trash to one another. It wasn't so much that you know they was envy of each other. I didn't see that. That's for
Nah.
Right,
sure.
right.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be good, man. I think the receivers, it's gonna be high competition. I think if the receiver coach knows that, listen, coach, we don't need to have nobody out there winded, tired, or looking like they're winded or tired. We can rotate like Big Dog Chico was saying last year. We can rotate. If they run a long route, bring them out. That's gonna be the slogan. If you run a long route, you're coming out. And that's not bad, but somebody else gonna sub you. You feel me?
Right,
Because we don't
right.
want no one tired because we have too much talent at the wide receiver position. I don't need a 80% you know player X when I got 100% player Y who I feel like rated is just as good or given the opportunity is just as good. I want everybody to have an opportunity. I want the camaraderie to be high, and I want it to be understood from the first time. Hey, we want every rep to be your best rep on this film. That's why we doing this also. It's gonna be better for us, you, the team, you know. So if you run a long route, just come on out to the sideline. Somebody else coming to get you. Have your chin
You know,
strap buttoned up on the sideline. You know you're going in. Monitor the
you
play calls. Be involved. Be engaged. That'll cut down on the, too many players on the field, or not enough players on the field, or busted play call. Everybody's involved on the sideline. That's what I want to see this year, especially from these two positions right here. wide receiver, and defensive line. Y'all should be locked and loaded, ready to go like a full clip.
And Timmons was looking good too out there, man. I like his
Yeah,
route. He
they
looking
help,
real
man.
smooth.
Let me say this,
All of
man.
them.
I've been saying this and preaching this for a long time. That when that second season that Shador was playing in Jackson State, if you look at the stats for the receivers, the receivers that their stats and the amount of receivers got quality stats, it was off the chain. He knows how to share the ball with his receivers.
Yeah.
That's one thing you got to worry about. Shador, if you open and you run your route right, he gonna get that ball to you, and he ain't trying to focus on one. Of course, we're gonna have Travis as a person that get us out of a hole. That's his quick. That's his main dude when you got time. We down and we need to get some yards real quick to keep the drive going. But I haven't seen him shy away from using multiple receivers.
But the two most professional wide looking like NFL looking wide receivers that I seen out there them 2 days was Will Shepherd and Wester. Them Will
Oh
Shepherd
yeah.
Wester route running is spectacular. Spectacular. He looks so smooth out like a jackrabbit. You know what I mean?
You're right. That's the perfect name for him, Jackrabbit.
You
The
hear
way he
me?
move and make those routes and cut, run his
Bouncing right
routes.
up out of him, easy.
Right.
And
Yeah, you're right.
separation on the cut. Separation,
Hmm.
man. On when he hit that cut, separation. And Shepard route running with that big body, man. He looks like a true professional out there, man. A true professional. He looked more
Right.
polished than any receiver out there on the field. And see, that's what I want from Cordell. Cordell got all the physical ability. Right now, he look like that Dez Bryant mode, a young Dez Bryant mode, where he got to sharpen
Mm,
up his route running. I want to see him
mm,
more polish his route running ability up. Tuck them arms because he's running real loose and wild right now. You know what I mean?
mm-hmm.
So and hopefully the route guy is up out here working with the receiving core. So if he working with them guys, expect them guys to be really explosive coming into this summer camp.
That's fire right there. Route God out there. So let me see here. Did we talk about the linebacker? Was that on here? I talked about the linebacker. Trent
Now go
Hood's
ahead and
coming
hit them
over.
up. Hit us up.
But yeah, we got Trent Hood. I noticed the old graphic up here saying Trent Hood could flip from Auburn to join family. Could Bucks land another Hood, which they have now? It's official. He has committed to Colorado, coming over from Central High School in Phoenix City, Alabama. He won the 7A Defensive Player of the Year at the Mike linebacker position. 5'10", 225 pounds. You might say 5'10", yeah, in that old school Sam Mills mold. We also signed a middle linebacker from Georgia, Montrez Walker. He's 5'11", 225. So hey, we was talking about an inch here, that saying that he's too small or the right size. So
Better tell them
anytime,
folks quit doubting your insight and your inside plugs, man. You know what's coming through there.
and then and then he was with Auburn as a PWO, that's preferred walk on, but coming from Alabama, I was like, why? How is he playing in 7A football, which I played in 6A? There wasn't no 7A at the time, so 7A is a step up from 6A, and I was like, what? How is he playing 7A football when winning Defensive Player of the Year? I'm looking at some of these highlights, and he's a preferred walk on. Well, they're saying because it's size. Size. Well, that's crazy. And then I found out, oh, he's family with the two guys, the two Hood brothers that's coming over to Colorado, and they brought over two guys with them. Big Zach Owens, the offensive tackle from Clemson, but they went to high school together at what is it, East Christian, East, I forget the name right now. But they bring over him, big offensive tackle, and they get the safety R.J. Johnson from Arkansas to transfer with them. All of them guys went to the same high school, and then this kid, Trent Hood, was the last one out there coming out this year, along with Brandon Hood, And I was like, okay, that's your nephew. Shoot, when, what's the deal? Is he coming to Colorado too? You know, I
And
just
you
put
know,
two and two
Chico,
together and shit. Hey, it ended up happening.
Chico, I was having a debate with one of my neighbors, my partner across the street, man, about this kid, and he was saying, "Oh man, he too little." You know what I'm saying? Like you saying about his height. And I go look up the top 10 linebackers of 2023 in the NFL. The tallest linebacker was Fred Warner at 6'3". Don't you know number 10, the number 10 linebacker? Now this is 32 teams, man. And about what? 80 linebackers, 60, maybe 50 linebackers in the league. The number 10 best linebacker was 5'11", 235 pounds, man. You can't tell me that this kid is too small when you got the number 10 best linebacker in the NFL the same height. And you had at least about four to five other linebackers on that top 10 list that was only 6 foot.
Right.
Well,
So
the thing
that's
that
what
I
it
like,
is.
the underlying thing that I liked about that is that you're away from home. You got four people that you grew up with, family that you can help encourage one another, and there's no drop off because they can hold each other accountable because they've been around each other as well. So that helps. That um, to me, that's a lot. That's important as well. Um, Unity is going to be I think the crucial point of attack for CU to keep that unity in that locker room. And what better way to keep it when you got brothers and cousins and
Potential
friends?
leaders. Those are
Yeah,
potential leaders.
That camaraderie,
yeah.
that
So that
chemistry.
helps. That helps. That helps to reinforce. Keep at it. Let's go. Let's do it. You can do this. That sort of thing. I like that. I like that part of it. Um, Linebacker room. I think was the linebacker room. We're gonna see a great improvement on linebacker room because of our line. You're gonna see people flying around.
That's what I feel too. And we got some dogs at that linebacker spot. Dang, did I just have feedback? Hello, can you hear me?
No, you
Yeah,
good, brother.
yeah. You
Okay.
crispy.
So who do y'all got as y'all two starting linebackers and the two guys that's in rotation with them two?
Easy.
I
Uh,
don't know, bro. I,
I'm
I don't know. I'm be honest. Me, I'm not so stuck on who's starting, and the reason why is because I'm looking at trying to have a long season. So I'm looking at committee type of play from the lines, from the linebackers on different packages. You know, I wouldn't mind if you may see, depending on the scheme of offense, you may see a different player play that particular game, start that particular game. But I can see them wearing teams out by using their depth because they got some good depth, and they ain't got no shabby players at depth either. So it ain't like they have to. So, but whoever starts, they start. I'm not mad at it. Whoever starts.
I'm going to say this right here. It's going to be tough to see. I think it's going to be you're going to see a lot of rotation. I don't think you're just going to X Bentley out of playing unless
No, no.
Nikai Hill Green comes in and just plays lights out. I'm talking about Ray Lewis lights out, and then he has to stay on the field. Um, but I do see them rotating. I see Trevor and Bentley playing. I see Nikai Hill Green
Oh,
playing. I see who's my other kid? I see Chainsaw playing in that
Yeah.
middle. I
Damn, I
see
forgot about him. Shit.
yeah. I see at
It's
least
just too
that.
many, bro.
No,
God.
no, I'm talking about that's a 4-man rotation right there. That's two
Yeah, I
Mikes,
know. But they got some other good linebackers in that
and then
in that room too.
yeah, you
With
got the
your
two.
four
You got the
man.
two freshmen, and then who else we got there in that linebacker room? Then JB Jeremiah Brown.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
You
you
know,
know,
and you know who I got, man. I got starting my two starting linebackers. I got Nikhil Hill Green because I think he's the perfect verbal leader and got the
yeah.
most playing experience.
Mm-hmm.
And my other linebacker on the side of him, believe it or not, man, I got Jeremiah Brown. You know, and
Okay.
and then in that rotation behind them two guys, I got Cheney and Wester. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, I forgot about
Because I
Wester.
think Cheney's a
You know what
more
I'm saying?
I think Cheney's a better pass coverage linebacker than he is coming downhill and just
Right.
making plays in the backfield. I think he's a better pass coverage linebacker. And
I think. Go ahead. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
my bad, brother. And I think that Brown is better, obviously, as see ball, hit ball. You know what I mean, and blitzing the quarterback and stuff like that. You know, to me personally, I mean Bentley, you can use him in certain packages and game situations and schemes. Like if we playing big running backs like a Kansas, like a Oklahoma State and stuff like that, UCF. But to me personally, it's nothing against them guys, but Bentley and Woods basically got kind of pushed to the back, man. Especially Trevor, because
I,
I think
I,
I'd rather put more experienced linebackers in the place of Trevor,
on
even a
Wood,
Garcia over a Trevor, to be honest.
it's got about Garcia.
Yeah.
So I
So
mean, it's gonna be a sight to see. I guess I'm not concerned about who start at linebacker. I just know that them guys, uh, because just because you start don't mean that you're the better player. It's just that you know the six man just as good as the person that's starting in basketball sometimes. So that's I guess that's how I'm looking at it.
Well, Nikhil Hill Green came over to start every down because he kind of alluded to that in that Brian Howe interview.
I get it.
That's the reason why he left Michigan because he wanted
Yeah,
to
I
be the
get
number
it.
one guy.
No,
well,
I
I
get
think
it.
yeah, and I think what you said, LT, is perfect. Exactly. Based off of his interviews, also, and the way he speaks, he is a perfect verbal leader that we would need in the middle of that defense. I can see him being an every down backer, um, but I also know how it works, and I can see them at least for the first couple games working Bentley in, or either Bentley working himself in, meaning that he's playing well enough. And then, but I think Nikhil Hill Green has the higher ceiling in the things that he can do on the football field. And if those intangibles showcase as him being a leader and putting guys in the right position, you
No,
may
big
see
facts.
him you may see him and Bentley on the field at the same time, meaning that he'll be Bentley will be next to him in that weak side role and seeing how he can play there, or either vice versa. But I think the defensive pass coverage out of the backfield is going to be much improved with, as you said, Cheney and Nikhil Hill Green on the field at the same time, or even Wester on the field, or even Trevor Woods in some cases. I'm telling you, he's not bad in pass coverage. In
But I
run
think they
defense,
might move him back to safety. You don't
nah,
think?
I don't see that because we want to have better uh, receiver downfield pass coverage at that safety spot. That's why you see Carter Stockmeyer playing safety. That's why you saw Cooper move to that safety spot. Although it didn't work out there, I still think now you're going to have R.J. Johnson coming in, who's that big, strong
Yeah,
safety.
yeah,
Or
yeah.
even, did we get Riley, right? What's his name?
Yep, yep.
And Riley also, two rangy safeties. We're much improved back there at safety, especially at the if you want to say the two deep spot now. With shoot, you can go three deep at safety now. You know, so Shilman Craig, Shiloh, the two guys that you're bringing in now. Then you bring in Stockmeyer also, and a couple guys that's going to be back there left over from this past year that I'm not naming. Shit, we good. We got some athletes.
And you know, I know I'm finna get shot down for this, but I, the game is gonna be so lopsided that a lot of players gonna get a lot of playing time.
All right, wait a minute. Hold up. We talking about this game right here that we talked about on the Buffum updates with Adam and myself. ESPN the broadcast Colorado football opener versus North Dakota State, which I said is like the Alabama of FCS football, if I'm not mistaken, with how they win and how they dominate um, the past years that I can remember. How do y'all feel like that game is going to go? And is that a trap game? Should we watch out for them, or will we be ready for them? And
Well,
have y'all watched a
well,
lot of football from them? And what do you see from them?
I have not. However, um, Colorado's gonna always have a target on their back, only because of the attention that they get. So we're gonna always have to not underestimate teams. But I don't think their quarterback is gonna last. I don't think they got enough arsenal. I mean, think about the wide receivers. You can't double any one of them. You double one of those, the other wide receivers gonna get off. They just that good. And if we incorporate a good running game to keep them from rushing so much because they're thinking we got them thinking so much, I don't see them being able to handle us.
Yeah, I agree with Warren. I don't think they can be. I don't think they're gonna be able to keep up with the firepower that Colorado got. I mean, we just got our guns is bigger and we got more. I mean, their biggest defensive lineman is like what 275, 280. Their biggest offensive lineman like a 295 or something like that. 6'3", 6'4". I mean, I just think they're gonna be too small, and I think they just really just gonna run over them guys, man. They done lost their best players either to graduation or to the transfer portal. They done lost their number one wide receiver. They run number one running back from last year gone. Their head coach from last year gone. You know, they bringing in a brand new head coach. You know what I mean? They already got a deficiency when it comes to talent against Colorado. And then, man, and like you said, I don't think that quarterback is just up to par. He's just an intermediate thrower. You know what I mean? I don't think he's gonna have enough time. I went back and looked at that that last game they played, man. I mean, it was just back and forth, rock 'em, sock 'em. That's what it looked like. You know, with no defense involved, and I just don't think they're gonna be able to keep up with Colorado and compete with them. That D line, that I think our trenches is just gonna engulf them.
And to talk about our defense, the block bully commands a double team each and every time. I saw some of the games that he played in. Every team had to double team him and could not move him off that spot, which means that he may not often get the tackle, but he makes big plays. And the fact that you have to pay attention to him. You can't just put him man to man on him. You're just not gonna be able to do it, and that's gonna free up our
All right,
linebackers to just have to be able to run freely. That was the problem with it was our line that gave us the problem on our linebacker side of it because by the time by the time we got anything, the offensive line was in the second level of the defense. Ain't happening this year. It's
And,
not going to happen this year. And I
and North
and
Dakota State ain't never dominant unless they got a quarterback. They only been dominant and win them championships whenever they had a dominant quarterback. They wouldn't. When nobody think about North Dakota State when after the Wentz and Lance left. Them guys only dominant like that when they have a good quarterback, man.
well, we're gonna see what happens. They
and
I
one
mean,
other factor to the birthday boy Hunter. Now you can move him around and hide him. I mean, think about. I mean, because we got some nice corners now. So you can move Hunter around just for picks,
right.
and you know how he is. He's just ferocious at scanning the quarterback. He'll
I
make
think
the
that's where it's
quarterback.
gonna really. really showcase the dominance could be in the skill positions. I think it
Mm-hmm.
can be on the big boys too, because of the collective that we brought over has been really good. But in the skill positions, like deep down the field, deep plays, I think we can exploit that uh, defensive secondary with our guys, especially with the number of guys that we have and how hungry they're going to be and the opportunities Shador is going to have to, catch the ball in shotgun and take his pick down the field. That's going to happen. It's going to happen. So um, we're going to see how they can cover. Because if they can't
I,
cover, man, it's going to be a long day for them. It's going to be a long ass day for them if they can't cover nobody. I'm talking about 81-point day. We might have to put this back and rewind this over, guys. I'm talking like
Now,
an eight.
facts.
I'm talking about like an 81-point day if they can't cover deep downfield, or if we can protect Shador Sanders, man,
That's what
it's
I
gonna
want
be
to
a
see,
long
Chico.
day.
I want to see Shador on the sideline
Clean.
by the second quarter. I need him on the sideline. I want to be able to play at least two backup quarterbacks in that game.
That'll be big time right there, LT.
You know what I'm talking about?
right,
That'll be
and,
big time.
and you can finish that game out with running some of these other
I'm talking about
guys.
running the ball out, running the air out
Yep,
of them.
run. Yep, and maybe do some short passes here and there just to get them
Nah,
comfortable.
facts. I want both of my backups to get at least one touchdown. At least one.
But let me tell you, they're gonna try to run the ball, and they're gonna be in a situation where they're gonna have to pass, and that's why I think is going to. I mean, if we can put them in situations where they have to pass, that's what it's going to be. Unless they got a Trey Lance back there, or whoever, then it's going to be a long day for him. Cause Trav's going to be hungry to get picks, and once he get one,
Oh man.
man, the first game, it's going down in the
And Prime
making.
and Prime and some of them JSU boys that's on the squad owed North Dakota some smoke because they was talking a lot of smoke. Remember in 2022 they were talking North Dakota talking a lot of smoke to JSU.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And they were talking about they were scared to play them in the playoffs, and they
Oh
were scared
yeah.
to schedule us and all that. We the number one FCS team, and they were talking a lot of high cap back in 22.
Yeah. Well, we gonna have to stop the run definitely, and that'll lead to those picks because they're gonna run some trick play runs. They're gonna run some misdirections, things of that nature. But if
Yeah.
if we can lean on them, big boys, and not give them no confidence, and like I said, deep down the field, just let our athletes, show that superiority. We
And,
should
and
be
my
good.
X and my X
81 points,
factor and my X factor for my line is Warren Sapp. What?
amazing.
Yeah,
Yes.
that
Yeah,
part of
the whole coaching staff, because they're gonna be hungry too, and with their mentality and their mindset, man, they're gonna have them boys so ready, dog. Unlike
oh,
before the first game, and you got Warren Sapp and Lode Holt and former players as your coach. I'm talking
he
about the
all in.
coaches are
Warren
gonna be
Sapp
fired
all
up.
in. He all in. His energy is just off the chart. You can't help but want to get. You can't help but get some of that energy if you right there with him and he
Right?
telling you. I mean that energy, man, is just. I'm
It's
feeling it. I'm not even there. You know what I'm
it's
saying?
contagious.
Yeah.
Oh, I ain't mean to
And
do
he
all
wanted
that.
too. He hungry. Warren Sapp hungry. He feel. You think he was on the field?
Hey, y'all in the chat, man, hit the like button. Get Chico likes up, man. Quit just sitting there staring at us. Get them likes up.
All right, and here's what I did too, just in case nobody knows. What I did was instead of putting this on live, um, and I switched it over after we started, but it's all good. But
Yeah, I was just went back and looked on YouTube.
so
I
what I
just
did
went
was
back and looked on YouTube, Chico, to see how many people was in the chat and to tell them to hit the like button. I'm looking, I'm like, man, I can't find it, dude. I can't find it.
so
I
what
was I
so
was
what
just
I did
looking for it on
was
YouTube, man.
I put it on the memberships page first. So I said
Okay.
I'm gonna let it be for the members first, and then I'm gonna let it go live once we get off, and then we can participate in the chat also. You know what I'm
Right,
saying? So
right.
I'm gonna try this version right here, and That way, if I need to pull up some pictures, I can. And so, what I'm gonna do is, matter of fact, we can end it now at the 54 mark, and
Okay.
this is gonna be our first time, my first time trying to do it like this. So we'll see how it works. So for the members who logged in and signed up, we appreciate you.
Yeah, man, get my
And
man likes up, man.
run them little clock likes up.
Run them
Shout out
likes
to
up.
LT.
Facts.
Run them likes up.
I need to bring my song back, dog.
Yes,
All right, bro. I
sir.
appreciate y'all.
All right,
You
Chico.
too,
Thank you,
brother.
bro.
You have a
All right,
blessed day,
man.
man.
All
Peace,
right,
y'all.
LT.
Y'all know what to do, man. Hit the like, man. Leave a like, subscribe, comment, all the other good stuff. We have about the same piece of meal each. Yeah. Time to run them likes up.